Hey everyone, this is Luminous coming you guys with a Pro Jetta commentary. Today I'm casting Noble versus MUFC, and this is commentary 190. Man, I gotta tell you guys, when I first started that casting marathon, I think it was like 172, 173. I was like, yo, this is easy, one commentary a day. It's only 1 hour, man, no problem. I could do this. And then like one commentary 180 something, 184, 185. I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't do this. Like, this is hard. But now, like, I'm seeing the end. I see the ending. I see the ending. So I'm gonna be good. I'm ready. I'm almost very ready to take my like 1 month break after this whole spiel. And it's gonna be epic. But let's go back to the game. Noble picking and banning first stage. You have the Shadow Demon, Pugna, and Lycan being banned, and then the Ancient Aberration, Weaver, and Shaker being picked up. Scourge opting to ban the Invoker, Lich, and the Bat Rider, meanwhile picking up the Windrunner and the Vengeful Spirit so far. Let's look at the Sentinel lineup. Ancient Aberration and the Shaker has been paired quite frequently, and because they're kind of like peanut butter and jelly, they just work out so well together. When you drop the Kofi, the Fisher could basically come in so easily because Shaker, ridiculously long range on that Fisher. So basically, if he's anywhere near the battle, you drop the Kofi, he's gonna stun, and that's gonna give you at least a 3 to 4 second chain stun. Basically, the Fisher stuns for a little bit, a couple seconds, and the Kofi takes it into stun for a couple seconds. So they work out really well in terms of the initial ganking, roaming stage of the game. Of course, when it comes to team fight, if your Fisher ever captures 3 people, the Ice Blast is gonna come in. So that's a pretty good 1-2 punch in a team fight combo as well. Also, very ridiculous range so far in terms of the first 3 heroes being picked up on Sentinel, Ice Blast, Fisher. I mean, I sound like a broken record right now, but also the Swarm coming in from the Weaver. So pretty good Roshan engagement if that ever happens for them. Meanwhile, Scourge looks like they're going to be looking for a little bit more lane control, a little bit more roaming, and definitely a little bit more single target as we see Lina and Venge. Pretty good early game roaming combination, but definitely very good in terms of initiating team fight and also killing things very quickly. I think the Lina might be picked as a counter to the Weaver. Definitely a very interesting choice in terms of picking the Lina instead of the Line, right? The Line does pretty much the same thing, but generally you go for like a Blink, Hex, Impale, Finger against Weaver. I think the reason that the Lina is preferred over the Line in this case is they're thinking that they won't put the Line solo mid, and also they want a little bit more early game power in terms of nukage coming from the Scourge. So that's why they prefer the Line over the they prefer the Lina over the Line, because Line doesn't give you as much looking power. Impale compared to both Dragon Slave and LSA is kind of lacking in terms of firepower, so that's why Lina is preferred. Meanwhile, we have Sentinel here picking up a dual carry, or picking up the second carry, and we've been seeing kind of a dual semi carry to be quite popular nowadays. So most likely we're going to see either an offensive type of Weaver and then have a Syllabear go for the Radiance, or we could see an offensive type of like a Syllabear go for like a Face Boot, and then Orb of Venom on his bear, and then see a Radiance being purchased on the Weaver. It gives them a little bit of versatility in terms of how they're going to be laning, also in terms of how they're going to be playing this game. And looks like we have Destroyer being picked up on the 4th pick of MUFC, and this is kind of a stable hero for MUFC. Destroyer getting a lot of play nowadays simply because he does so well against a big portion of the pool. If you think about his orb effect, right, the Astral Orb, basically it does pure damage, and because it does pure damage, it really does well in this metagame, which is simply about like tanky carries like Syllabear with his high amount of armor in his true form, high amount of HP, but pure damage through the orb ignores all of that, so it basically pierces through your 18 armor at the mid game and just go at your HP pool, and he can bring down Syllabear very rapidly. He pierces through Spell Shield, he pierces through Frost Armor, which definitely are picked frequently, if not banned always, as banned in this game. So he does pretty well in terms of tanky carries, against tanky carries, and also he does pretty well against carries that run straight at you. I'm talking about things semi carries such as like Night Stalker or Lycan. He runs at you, no problem. You either banish them or banish whoever the target they're focusing. So it's always the option. As we see the pick stage flying by really quickly, Furion is going to be the last pickup for Sentinel, but Meepo of all hero is going to be the last pickup for Scourge, and I'm wondering what they're going to be doing for this Meepo. Meepo is definitely one of the stronger mid game heroes out there. And that might sound really odd, right? You definitely don't think Meepo as kind of anything but food. But yes, Meepo is definitely one of the stronger mid-game carries out there, especially when you get that 4th Meepo. You hit level 16, maybe 23, 24 minutes in, and that's generally the time on a good Syllabir farms in his Radiance. Like that's the time you push with the Syllabir team. So I think that that's kind of what they had in mind when they picked up the Meepo, because generally once the Syllabir picks up the Radiance, he is the strongest thing on the map. He's going to push down a couple of towers and maybe even go at your Rex, and there's not too much you could do about it, because at that stage of the game you don't do enough damage, you don't have enough item progression to keep up with the 2700 HP bear with the Radiance. It's really just hard to stop. But when you have Meepo, it's kind of a different story. Your AoE nuke is quite intense, especially against a Syllabir bear that takes extra damage from magical attacks, as you can see here. So maybe that's something they have in mind, or they might be using this Meepo as an initiator. That might sound like absolutely crazy, but if you do pick up a Blink Dagger on him, you could do it. And this is MUFC. It would not put them out of the question to pick up a Blink Dagger. In fact, it would surprise me if they don't go for a Blink Dagger. They are so aggressive as a team, and the item choice is non-standard, so that's definitely what I expect from them. But we are going to see Destroyer mid against a solo mid Furion. This is actually very surprising, considering that they have Ancient Aberration. Ancient Aberration can be played as a support, and I think this game, yes, he is going to be played as a support. As you see smoke on both of these supports, and also smoke on... Yeah, smoke on these guys as well, and they're going to be making a huge fight in the mid lane. They're going to go on Furion. Furion 600 HP right now, but he is gonna get focused. Are they gonna go in right now? There's a disruption, and here we go. Magic Missile is gonna be casted, but Fisher, what a perfect one, blocking these guys out. LSA is gonna still hit right now, trying to focus down on the Furion. Furion, couple more hits away, he is gonna be fine. Gonna south right in the tree, and now it looks like the Destroyer might be in a little bit of trouble. Ancient Aberration coming around, but we have a TP in from the Prophet as well, and this Prophet is absolutely dead. Still no Sprout because he's only level 1, but a couple of good last hits. Yes, perfect animation cancels, and he's gonna draw the first blood right there, and that's going to give Prophet such a big advantage. I think he's going to go for Dagon first, judging from his initial starting item. So yes, that is going to fuel his Dagon fun so very much. So looks like they're going to be doing a little bit of gank against the Syllabir on the bottom. Syllabir at 75% HP, and here we go. Venge is going to tangle through the trees. They need to chain stun this one perfectly. Shackle shot right after, but LSA not chain stunning it just enough, and I think because of that, Syllabir survives with 90 HP. Meanwhile, Tower just railing it completely to these guys. So I gotta say the tower did way more damage than the 3 Scourge heroes. So a little bit of missed engagement for the Scourge, but no big deal as they force the Syllabir to burn that south. Looking at top lane here, we have the Ancient Aberration going to the top lane with the Weaver to kind of lane control against this Meepo, but Meepo getting quite a bit of XP. They're not really doing a good job in terms of keeping the EXP down against the solo lane. And he's a level 3 already, and once he does hit level 6, you could consider him won the lane, because once he hit level 6 without dying, because once that happens, you could use the other Meepo just poof in the jungle. He could pull with it, he could just gank with it, and then still gain EXP with his original Meepo. What Sentinel top lane needs to do is either kill this Meepo repeatedly, which is gonna be a little bit hard considering that he does have a net to kind of as a semi-disable. He has a Ring of Regen. He has pretty high HP. Never forget that. And also the spell combination in the top lane isn't the most strongest thing. Like what Ancient Aberration needs is someone to keep them in place so his cold feet could tick. What Weaver could also need is someone to keep the dude in place so his Swarm could do the minus arm. But unfortunately, they don't complement each other very well in this lane. So I'd rather would see, let's say, the Shaker go on the top lane here and do a little bit more offensive against the Meepo, and then the Ancient Aberration go in the mid lane. But I think they're keeping the Shaker because they're expecting this double roaming gank coming from the Lina and Venge, and which is a pretty good expectation because really you don't have any wards in that vicinity. Yes, they don't. Yeah, the wards are coming. They're warding their top, and yeah. So you want to keep the Shaker mid to keep the Destroyer alive, and similarly, the Scourge doesn't have wards to see if the Ancient Aberration or the Shaker is coming from the top lane. So right now, Silver Cross is playing a little bit blind on the Destroyer, but so far doing pretty good despite getting the first blood. How the Destroyer lane controls, basically he will just spam his imprisonment on you and just get more base damage than you, and then just outlast it. You can see this the Prophet at what, 60 max damage. Meanwhile, we have Destroyer almost at 80 plus the 18 through his 2 no talisman. So he is going ridiculously well right now. We have the Prophet maybe TPing right now, trying to do something happen. No, maybe it's just a kind of a mind game TP to trick you out there. But let's check out how the bot lane is farming right now. We have 18 and 6 on the Windrunner. My God, he's farming, or she's farming well. Silverbeard only 6 and 3. So despite these guys are not getting too much kills, they're successfully in terms of keeping the Silverbeard back. And I guess when you have a pretty poor start like this as a Silverbeard, you just have to play kind of like you don't play the Radiance kind of Silverbeard anymore, because you would allow the Weaver to do right now. Because I assume Weaver's farming pretty well. He's got 70 creep kills in the bank. Meanwhile, Meeple's got 9, so Meeple's farming better than the Silverbeard. I completely did not expect this. Ooh, very interesting ward placement by Scourge. Ooh, this is a strong ward placement. I don't think it blocks this camp. There's a ward in this general vicinity that blocks this camp, and also see into the tree lines. It's a very tiny box, and I forgot exactly where it is, but it exists, and I guess I'll look it up after this game. But it's always good to know small things, because you could block the camp and also see in the tree lines. That's kind of ridiculous. So you see a gank attempt on the Silverbeard right now. We have Prophet TPing in. They need the Shackle and Chain Stun this one perfectly. LSA's gonna miss. Wow. As we see Tower railing it on the Windrunner, it looks like we do see Windrunner get the kill on the Silverbeard right now. Venge very, very low. We see a TP in from the Ancient Aberration, and that cold feet is gonna take him down right now. They're gonna try to focus on the Lina right now, waiting for another cooldown on the Sprout, but because having no boots of speed can't really keep up. Windrunner is gonna walk out there just fine. Gonna purchase Phase Boots. Yes, Phase Boot is gonna be her first item. I don't think she's actually gonna go Mecha this game, considering that you have a Meepo in your team. And Meepo is going to be going for the Mecha, and he's already level 6. So like what I said earlier, I consider that he has won the lane. As we see a little bit more engagement on the bot lane right now. Lina is going to be going down, but before she dies, going to be dropping every single spell on that Silverbeard. No problem. I'm going to harass him a little bit more. But yes, you can see that the Meepo is going to be doing a little bit of multitasking. And let's see how good this multitasking from the Meepo is. It's going to be played by Taking Back My Love. Okay, let's see how good his love is. Is it good enough to be taken back? No. Let's see if his micro is gonna be good. The most difficult thing about playing a Meepo is just the APM is absolutely insane. You gotta just, to play a good Meepo fully, you have to abuse the jungle. The fact that you could gain multiple EXP from multiple points of the map, so you could be ganking one with one Meepo and farming in the lane with another Meepo, or just jungling with this Meepo as he's doing right there. So you really maximize your EXP gain that way, and that's going to be very crucial, because once you do hit level 16, you are probably one of the strongest unit on the map, even stronger than a Silverbeard with the Radiance, I might dare to say. So just keep that in mind when we're watching how this Meepo is going to be playing right now. Destroyer got to be very careful. He's low in HP, as we see maybe a little bit of engagement going on right now. Yeah, this Destroyer's got to be very, very careful in terms of how he can engage, because all they really need is one Sprout and maybe even one Fissure, and then they could just right-click Destroyer down. And here we go, a little bit more harass going in. There's an ult. Wow, there's an ult against the Destroyer, as we see. Ooh, he's very, very low. Maybe one more hit. Looks like the creep has actually polished him off. So Destroyer went for the kill there. Unfortunately, a long Fissure, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. As a Shaker, you just lob in the stun from a freaking mile away, and you get a kill. No problem there. Top lane here, 31 and 10 is Weaver's farm. Meepo not too bad, only 16 at this point, but has a couple of neutral as well, and you're actually doing a little bit of lane harassment against the. Well, actually, Meepo's gotta be careful, as we see a teleport coming in from the Furion. Furion TP's in, but actually a little bit of miscommunication, because Weaver wasn't chasing, so I think they might have got the kill, or at least force a poofed out. As we see a little bit more engagement on the bot lane as well. That was the tri-lane of the Scourge getting a kill against Silverbeard, so Silverbeard definitely won't have any kind of early game Radiance aspiration, as he just got killed 2 or 3 times. He's got no farm. And speaking of farm, let's do a quick check. As we see, what is this, 32 on the Weaver, and that's it. That's it on the entire Sentinel in terms of farm. 41 on the Destroyer, 45, 46 on the Windrunner, and also 17 on the Meepo. So by far, MUFC is completely out farming the Sentinel. And this actually might look pretty bad on the Sentinel, as we see a smoke gang coming in the mid lane here. Prophet is going to be TPing in, and little does he know he is going to be the victim. Maybe they're actually going to go on Destroyer as well. But I think, yeah, Prophet is going to be in huge trouble. There's a disruption. Here comes the Vengeful Spirit. And how quickly is Shaker going to react? He needs to block perfectly. There's a good block. Unfortunately, the stuns are already used on the Prophet. The Prophet will go down, so well done there. The Scourge ganking squad being very, very efficient right now. Ooh, they might run into the Silver, but I think she's going to be fine. What I'd like to see on these support is picking up early levels of boots. Maybe even go for arcane boots, go for a Django too, and boost their mobility and really to help out in terms of gang. As we see a little bit more engagement on top lane here. Meepo very, very low HP, but he's gonna be fine. He could actually just run all the way within his tower range, and the Weaver can't dare to go in. Oh, actually, a very interesting interaction with the Weaver and the Meepo is that how Earthbind and how other Entangle based spell works. Is that if you entangle a hero and if he tries to go into invis, he will still stay visible for the duration of that spell. So things like Frostbite, things like Earthbind, things like Entangle from the Bear, all works. So maybe that's one of the reasons they also picked the Meepo kind of like a counter gank, counter pick against the Weaver. Also not too bad against the Syllabear for the reason I said earlier, because he could really match Syllabear in terms of when Syllabear gets strong, Meepo is always a little bit stronger, so no big deal there. So this Meepo pick turned out to, or will be turning out to be very, very strong, I assume. I wonder what Meepo's saving up for. He's got 1,000 gold in the bank. He could be finishing a Strange Threat right now to get a little bit tankier. He could be picking up a Buckler right now, but he's doing none of the either. So I'm a little bit curious what he's going to be going for. We'll have to see. Looks like the game has been boiled down to a little bit of a farm fest. But look at how the Scourge is playing right now. They're playing it so offensively. A lot of times when you're playing, as we see, I think we're going to see a little bit of engagement here. Windrunner is going to be hiding from jungle, going to be perfect shackle. They need to chain them. There is a chain them right now. Half HP is the Lone Druid, but there's a face boot and the Windrun being popped right now. And this Lone Druid is going to be going down. A power shot is going to do it. A power shot's going to miss. As we see Shaker TPing, there's a Force Staff being used on him right now. And there's a Prophet coming in right now. The Magic Missile being casted on the Prophet. And that should be the end of the engagement. Yes, I already had the Windrunner Force Staff being finished, getting herself out of trouble right now. Force Staff such an effective item, especially if one of your guys is cold-feeded. If your City Destroyer is getting a little bit chain stun, you can always push her out. Of course, give you a little bit of mobility, or of course give you mobility, but gives you a little bit more intelligence, give you a little bit more attack speed, which Windrunner could definitely benefit from as well. I wonder what Destroyer is going to be going for. Got 60 CS in 11 minutes, definitely over 5 minutes there. He's got how much gold in the bank? He's got 300 gold in the bank. As we see a crow flying in, it's gonna be a staff of wizardry, and this can only mean it is gonna be a force staff as well. Again, taking advantage of the attack speed, the extra intelligence, and the fact of mobility. Also very, very good against the Prophet Sprout. So very smart item choices coming in from the MUFC, and this Meepo still farming it up. I don't know what he's saving. He's got 1,600 gold in the bank. I could only assume he's saving for Blink Dagger at this point. Or maybe it's just me wishing that there's a Blink Dagger in the game. But he's got 1,600 gold in the bank. Could be finishing the mecha even right now if he chooses to do so. But he's just holding the gold. So I assume it is going to be the Blink Dagger. Meanwhile, the Scourge lineup, Sentinel lineup is playing so passive. So passive. But yeah, earlier before the team fight was happening, I was talking about how well Scourge was playing. They're playing so aggressive. A lot of times you're like, oh, you know what? Oh, we'll push down this tower, so let's just back off. Maybe we'll gank mid now. Maybe we'll go back farm a little bit. But no, even though they push down bot, this Windrunner is still pressuring this tower. Tower is taking a little bit more HP. The Ventral and the Lina is roaming so aggressively right now. But this Lina might be paying it right now. As we see, Ancient Aberration has found her. We're gonna see a Ice Vortex and a Cold Feet being dropped on the Lina. Lina, runs straight down and is gonna dodge the Earthshaker Fissure. And is she gonna? Yes, she's gonna just TP out right now, completely circumvening the entire Scourge lineup. Invisible Prophet right here, trying to get something done. Maybe looking for the Venge with a Sprout, but really without any teammate support, they're not gonna get the kill there. So a little bit of mishap from the Sentinel ganking squad. But going back to how the Scourge is playing so offensively, they're really choking in terms of how much the Syllabear gets to farm. A lot of times as a Syllabear, you push out really far. What do? You go back to your jungle and farm there. But right now you can't, because the Windrunner, the Eventual Spear, and the Lina is occupying your jungle. So he basically gets one wave, like 1 minute, every 1 minute. And that means he's gonna get no farm. He's always in constant danger of death, even though he's got 1200 HP and a butt low armor at this point in the game. Right now we have Windrunner coming in once again, and here comes the Meepo with the gank, and we're gonna have everyone TPing. There's a net. Where's the second poof? The poof coming right now. Shackle shot on him as well, and this guy's dead. As we see, Lina gets crazy chaos on. We have a level 11 being hit on the Meepo, and where's the main Meepo? Meepo's got the Blink Dagger, and we're gonna be seeing some very beautiful initiation coming from the Meepo. Blink in, poofs everyone in, and we're gonna see the HP drops by so much right now. Looks like they are gonna be targeting mid lane right now, and I don't think, yeah, Sentinel, they have wards up. Actually, they have actually the Skirmisher might have smoked under this ward, but no, regardless, they're gonna get the position on the Shaker. Shaker already uses Fissure, and you could see the devastating damage the Meepo just have done. That was just all Meepo except, you know, one more Dragon Slave. But yeah, the Meepo's DPS, the assist stage of the game and on, it's just so much. And you gotta keep in mind, he's only level 12, level 11 at this point. He's still got a lot more room for growth to get a little bit more, you know, a Geo Strike or whatever that passive's called. Getting a little bit more net, getting a little bit more poof. However, he's skilling. This hero is going to be getting a lot stronger. He's going to get a 4th Meepo at level 16, maybe even a 5th Meepo if he picks up the Aga. So, just a lot of damage output on this Meepo, and it's not going to stop for a long time. Meanwhile, Weaver on the top lane, been in the top lane for the entire game. For 15 minutes in, he's only got 65 creep kills. I suppose that's okay. It's just that against a Meepo, I assume you should be dominating the lane right now. Let's see how much gold he's got in the bank. He's got 2,000 gonna go in the bank, so I'm assuming he's saving with a relic at this point, considering that the Silver doesn't have any relic, or doesn't have any chance to get the relic because he's so ganked right now. But earlier I was about to say is the Sentinel is playing a little bit more passively than like I guess a byproduct of that, or a reason for that, is because the Scourge is so offensive. You never really can venture out, maybe even past this point, because you just get ganked. So you see, like, he was right there in front of his mid tower and he got ganked as a Shaker. So I think the Sentinel is just being a little bit, or being really afraid right now, and rightfully so. But the problem is, if you're afraid like this, your Shaker will be level 10 by the end of the game. Your Shaker will be, your Ancient Aberration will be at level 12 by the end of the game if you're lucky. So that's the problem, because these heroes, they are a lot better off getting a lot more hero. They're not hero independent. As you see Meepo blinking in for a little bit of ganking action. Here we go, Kellen's Dagger being initiated, and then we also have 4 staff and probably a dust on the Meepo as well. We have a Sobi Mask on the Woodrunner, so I assume that is going to be Orchids. Definitely a very strong item against Syllabear, well, not Syllabear, against the Weaver, and also against Shaker if you could pop it on him before he casts any spells. So that is going to be the item choice there. Meanwhile, let's check on the support. We don't have too much item. We have boots on both of these heroes, but not really any kind of you know, like an Arcane or a Django, any type of sort. As we see, Vengeful Seer might be in trouble, and any lucky in Tango trying to get something happen. As we see, Prophet TP's in right now. I think Venge is going to be absolutely dead. This Lina might be in trouble. Oh, what a Sprout. But regardless, Lucky and Tango gonna get the kill there. Lina might be, yes, Lina's gonna be the second death there. As you see, Ancient Aberration backstabbing, so a double kill being claimed by the Sentinel. Well done there. Meepo could be going to Roshan as soon as she finished the Vlads, which I assume is gonna be his next item choice. I mean, his gold is very low. Where's that Crow right now? Gotta keep that. Nope. I guess he just doesn't have gold to get anything at this moment in time. As you see, Meepo hasting on the bot lane here, gonna be setting up a gank against the Syllabear. Syllabear's gotta be very careful, but they actually might get counter ganked themselves. There's a blink initiation against the Syllabear. Ooh, actually missing the proof combo a little bit, and here comes Shaker. If you could isolate any type of these Meepo, there's an ultimate. There's a this Meepo is absolutely dead. Gonna drop a couple nets before he dies. Looks like the Shaker has a very low amount of HP. Yes, it's gonna be Orchid. As we see, Oblivion Staff on the Windrunner at this point right now, turning around to get a little bit of fight going on. The Syllabear quite tanky because the Destroyer not in position. Shackle Chop being dropped on the Ancient Aberration, and that is going to be end of that engagement. Now it looks like Lina is going to be coming around. Level 7 Lina does have the mana and the cooldown for Laguna Blade right now. Yes, she does. And let's see who is going to be focused right now. We have the Magical Missile and the swap being casted on the Syllabear. Syllabear gonna go down. The Laguna Blade not necessary at this point. Gonna save it for the next game. Meanwhile, we have Silver Cross on mid lane destroying one of the towers there as well. So Scourge just slowly but inching into this game, and I don't think the Sentinel could win by the way they're playing. 4 staff is going to be completed on the Destroyer. And the reason I say that is, let's look at the item set on this Weaver. Let's see what he's got. He's got a Vanguard, which is fine because, hey, you got your other semi-carry, so he's going to be going for the Relic, right? Let's look at what Sylla's Weaver got. I know he's not going to be going for the relic because I saw his beer earlier. He's got a face boot on his beer, and generally when you go relic, you don't get face boot on your beer. It's just too big of a gold investment. That's like 1,400 gold. He's got an Orb of Venom as well. So both these guys are kind of like, oh, I'm not farming well, so I'm going to buy semi-carry items, and you could buy the Radiance. But you can't do that if both people are doing it. And sooner or later, like, their mid-game progress is not going to happen. They rely on having a Radiance, and they're not having it right now. And also, the other important thing is that Ancient Aberration's not getting any XP. Shaker's not getting any XP. Both these heroes really rely on the level. Of course, Ancient Aberration won a level 11. So to get the second level Ice Blast, Shaker wants all the level of his Aftershock, at least one level Enchant Totem. Of course, Max Fissure get whatever level of Echo Slam that he could get his hand on. So Shaker needs quite a bit of EXP as well. But because the Scourge team is playing so aggressively, because there's a Blink Dagger on that Meepo for F's sake, they can't go anywhere without being ganked. So unfortunately, that's the thing. Like, I guess MUFC is playing really well, and it's just making Sentinel just be so afraid. You can see that the Destroyer is farming right here without any teammate supports, without any war support, and the Sentinel would be too afraid to go on him, even though they could have a Furion TP right behind, even though they have a Fissure, even though they have a Ice Blast to fly in. They are just too afraid to go on this Destroyer because, hey, you don't know where their Meepo is right now, right? So that's the problem. And that's such a cool way to play Dota, where you just play so aggressive that they're just too afraid to even do anything. As you see, maybe a gank attempt against this Weaver is gonna be hard because he's got the Vanguard, he's got the Time Lapse, and apparently a whole bunch of tangos. Not too sure what that's about. Looks like both team is gonna be trying to farm up, so I'm gonna bring up the farming menus. And let's see what we got. We got a Dagon finish on the Prophet. Prophet's got 58 creep queues. That's not too good. 84 on the Weaver, pretty free farm, like 4 a minute. That's not too good that either there. Lone Druid's got 34 and 23 neutrals, so not too good there either. But if you look at the short, 112, Windrunner 111, Meepo's got 58. That is the kind of the farm that you kind of expect from a pro team at this stage of the game. 20 minutes over, well over 5 a minute, so decent farm. It looks like we have Orchid almost finished, I presume. We do have 2,100 gold, so that's 1.5 more Oblivion Staff already completed, so very close to that Orchid's. Destroyer's got the Hex, I presume. And there's a lifesteal. Who's buying that lifesteal? Destroyer's got 2,600. Not the lifesteal. The Hex. Sorry. Getting so confused. Yes, he's definitely going to go for Hex. I'm surprised that he's not going to be going for Ultimate Orb. I presume he's saving for the Mystic Staff. Yes, it is going to be a Mystic Staff. I suppose getting Mystic Staff at first isn't that bad of an idea because it's probably the best item that you could get in terms of increasing your Sanity Eclipse's damage, your damage through your orbs. So that's not a bad idea, although I was maybe worry about his survivability. But hey, considering that if you're farming right in front of their second towers and they still can't go on you, I guess you're fine in terms of survivability, right? So he's gonna go for the Mystic Staff first, no big deal, and he's gonna be farming even more. So this game slowing down a little bit. Both teams decide to farm, and I think it favors Scourge way more because right now, given that the item choice that the Scourge is going for, Orchids, a quick Hex, double 4 staffs, Blink and Mecha, these items are really fit for the mid game. And Sentinel, let's see what mid game items they have. Dagon. Okay, yep, just the Dagon. Yeah, that's the only mid game item they have. That's it. That's freaking it. And it looks like this Weaver is really gonna go for the oh, I'm not gonna farm the Radiance route, and looks there's a swap, there's a dust, where's the net? Trying to time lapse right now. He is gonna time lapse out of the first net. There's a second net. Where's the third net? Where's the third net? Oh, a little bit of misplay there. There's a second dust trying to find him, but he barely makes it out alive, and that's a Vanguard paying it its effect there. So well done. Well, not really well done by the Weaver. He just pressed 2 buttons and he was fine, but a little bit of misplay or a little bit of unlucky play from the Meepo, not getting that full combo in to get the kill. But that was only level 15 Meepo. He's gonna hit level 16 soon, and we're gonna see We're gonna see Meepo going like crazy right now, and I think what Scourge is waiting for, and they could wait all they want because they have the better mid game, and I think they have the better late game in terms of how the items are progressing. They're waiting for the Hex, which should be coming very very soon. 2,800 gold on that Windrunner. She's got the Orchid finish. Arcane boots, 1,300 gold on the on Silver Cross. So he's almost there in terms of finishing the Hex and support items. Mostly we have Vlad's finish on the Meepo, and Meepo still surprisingly has not went for Roche yet. No, here we go. He's doing it right now. Level 16 for Meepos going to Roche, and it looks like Lina is going to be coming in to help out as well. Gem also being picked up by the Lina, and that is going to be the issue for the Scourge lineup, because, or for the Sentinel lineup, because this Weaver, I mean, if he gets netted and there's a gem nearby, and even if the Lina dies, you know, again with the mechanic I talked about, he is going to be netted non-stop. Ooh, I really love what Silver Cross is doing. A lot of players like, oh, you know what, I'm half HP, I can't farm aggressively if I have to go back now, you know, let me farm jungle. But no, just get yourself a salve. You can now farm aggressively. It's okay, you kill the Dark Troverlord right now, you just pay for yourself in terms of keeping yourself really, really well safe in the lane. And you get to continue to farm even more. So I like what what Silver Cross is doing, and I really recommend a lot of other carry players to do something similar. Always don't forget to send yourself like clarity. Don't forget to send yourself salves, because those cheap investments to really keep in the lane, and it's always worth it. It looks like these guys are trying to farm up a little bit more still. Level 8 on the Ancient Apparition. Where's the Shaker? Level 8 as well, so these guys are not getting any levels, and that's gonna be trouble. It looks like on this top lane here, Weaver, the Illusion might get ganked on. Yeah, actually they are ganking on this Illusion, because this Illusion is like being micro to his fullest potential right now. And here we go, looks like, oh, he just found out that one was not real, and like low, no problem there. Lina's got level 10, looking for the level 11 Destroyer, still trying to farm for the Hex. Let me check his gold amounts. Got the Ultimate Orb finish, so he's like 400 gold, 500 gold from that Hex. And once that Hex finish, oh my goodness, it is going to be ugly for this guy. Lone Druid, how much gold's got in the bank? He's got 2,000 gold in the bank, so I guess now after the Phase Boot and the Orb of Venom, now you go to Relic, okay. Why not, right? The problem with this item set is it just delays the relics so much. I mean, if you look at this goal, right, it's 1,400 for the Phase Boots, and then another 500-ish for that Orb of Venom. So that's 2k gold delay. Like, he could have his relic right now. Of course, it sped up his little bit farm, because, you know, these items do give a little bit extra damage. A little bit of engagement on the top lane here, but they're just not doing enough. You can see that AI Splash. Meepo says, whoa, what hit me? It didn't even hurt. I ain't even mad. So, like, you know, it's the combination of these spells, good for the early stage of the game, but I mean, let's go Sentinel Vision right now. Like, they don't see anything. They can't go out. Look at these wards, defensive wards. This is how you ward when you are like, oh shoot, what do we do right now? Furion apparently trying to make something happen right now, but he sees Meepo coming. He's like, oh crap, can't do it no more. So like, these guys are really kept to their side of the map. They really want a ward maybe here or maybe here, but they can't go out at all, and that's why they're being choked. They're not. It's not like noble or like bad players. Like, well, you know, why don't they farm? It's just they can't farm. So MUFC playing this really good chokehold, and they're not relinquishing any pressure. Like, even though they're ahead, they're not going back into their zone going farming. Well, Destroyer is, but you know, here we go. He's pushing right now. There's a Hex finish. You can say he's salving it up with a Crow. He doesn't plan to go back in the base. He gonna push right now, and this is what I mean. MUFC has the lead, so they keep pushing. They keep pressuring. They don't allow any team to come back. So see, Blink goes on a Shaker right now. Shaker goes down, and that's how quickly, if you blink, you miss a kill on this Meepo. So I'm gonna do this right now. We see a Prophet TPing right now. He's trying to look for the Lina. There's a mech up against the Lina. Lina's gonna be fine. And Meepo trying to get something done against this Prophet. Prophet's got the low darts finish. I think that's a pretty poor item choice. I guess it's okay. I mean, that's kind of one of the item that give Prophet the survivability. The issue is you're up against you have a Weaver on your team, so you know that they're going to be grabbing dust or gems, which Lina does have. You know they're going to be doing that anyway, so that's a 4k gold item that might not help you really survive. Force Staff might be a little bit better in terms of a survival item, or if he's actually looking for a survival item. It's also a pretty good DPS item as well, gives you some nice plus damage. But considering that you're up against so many single target stuns, AoE stuns, you're not going to get off. As here we go, Meepo, who is going to be blinking in? He's got to be very careful in terms of target. That might have been a very good time to blink in, considering that you saw the Fissure was already casted, so that was one big AoE stuns that he didn't have to worry about if he just went in like that. Now the Destroyer is going to be pushing top lane. Maybe they're just waiting for the Destroyer to push on the top lane, but it's going to be annoying in terms of pushing against Destroyer. Because how can you? I mean, you're going to be annoying pushing against a Furion, excuse me, as you saw the ult flying across the screen, you know, just pushing the wave everywhere it go. But I think Destroyer with this high base damage, hitting for 200 right now. That's without the plus another 200 on the orbs. So he is hitting close to 400 per hit. And you gotta keep in mind that because his orb hits, it's pure damage, it's unreduced. It is ridiculous. Ridiculous right now. Scourge team pushing down the bot lane. This is gonna be last how AIS Blast is gonna hit, and what just hit me? Didn't even hurt. Meepo right now at 1000 HP. He's got 14 with the Mecha, Vlad's String Treads, and the Blink Dagger. And here we go. They are going to be initiating some team fight right now. Silver Cross, come on. Oh, alright, nothing to it like a boss. Buys another Mystic Staff. Of course, the mana increase from the extra intelligence give you an orb that does a little bit more damage. It gives you more healing, or mana healing through the Essence Aura. Of course, Sanity Eclipse takes account into your intelligence pool. So hey, why the hell not? As we see again, you blink. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna do this now. Let's make it easier for ourselves. Who's this player? Taking by my love. Auto camera. Yeah. Here we go. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Oh, we go. We have Meepo blinks in right now. Here we go. There's a combo. Where's that Sanity Eclipse? One hit, one hex. He is done. Force Staff himself right now. And there's a disruption against the Silver. He's dead. One hit, two hit. Oh, bam. Laguna Blade used to jack there as well. No problem. And that's a game, right? You guys saw how easy that was? Meepo blinks in against a Shaker, no problem, and just kill. Standard, right? That's the mid-game power I'm talking about. 30-minute. He did this 30 minutes in, but he could have done this 20 minutes in. They were waiting for that Destroyer, waiting for Silvercross to get his Zac up. And Silvercross did get his Zac up, so they pushed, and it was easy. Like, it was ridiculously easy. And also, it's probably due to the fault of Sentinel keeping their support so under level. So when the Meepo poos in, like, he gets triple kills. You know, the Shaker just can't tank it. He's level 9 right now. But yeah, it's a combination of things. The Meepo's such a strong mid-game hero. They are able to play so aggressively and keeping the Sentinel hero down, and then making their assists in the next team fight so much easier. KYXY's gotta be careful. He's got Force Staff and Orchid, so I suppose he's fine, but really easily get backstabbed by this global TP, invisible backstabbing, daggening Furion. So I should keep that in mind. Meepo, I wonder what item he's saving up for. Right, got 4k go in the bank. Couple expensive luxury item is gonna be AC, the axe stick. I guess you could go for a pipe, although I don't think he really needs any survivability through the pipe. Let me see. No really real item being bought right now. He does have enough to finish a raw Aga, or maybe work on 2 big components of the AC. Nope. Oh, we'll see. We'll see in a bit what he wants to buy right now. Let's see how the Destroyer's farming. Destroyer's got 2,000 go in the bank, so maybe he's gonna just buy the Shiva for a little bit more armor, or MUFC just buy another Mystic Staff. It would not surprise me at all, because hey man, Silvercross don't follow traditional rules of item buying, which I remember playing pubs like 3 or 4 years ago. Apparently this is the way you play a pub Destroyer. Like, you just get hex and then buy nothing but Mystic Staffs. And was that Meepo getting killed? No, that was just Windrunner getting killed. Okay, it's okay to miss that one. Not okay to miss Meepo getting kills though. Here we go. Meepo blinks him right now. He's looking for a target. Worse than that, he's poofing everyone, and Meepo just doing the damage, and looks like that has brought down the Shaker to like a quarter HP. And here we go, Destroyer coming in right now. What is his item? He's got another Mystic Staff. He's sitting at almost 200 intelligence right now, and his Lucas Mana pool 2,700. That Sanity Eclipse and Orb hits, it is gonna hurt. Like, it's gonna hurt so much right now. Meepo keeping a close eye on him right now. He's got 5 Meepo, so that is the X-Stick Meepo. And meanwhile, we have Destroyer pushing on the mid lane right now. Keep in mind that he could just 4-staff in and starting to rape. Like, easy. This Weaver's got to be so careful right now. That 1200 HP right now, it's going to go from 100% to death. Easy. Got to be so damn careful. Or you get Hex and then 3 hits. That'll be easy too. And here we go. Meepo blinks in right now. And he starts a team fight. Silver Cross comes in with a Sanity Eclipse. And that was what I mean. Shaker and Weaver went down in a heartbeat. Didn't even see happen. Do you guys blink? You blink, you missed it. And did I miss it? Meepo? God effing damn it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's so fast. It's so fast. I'm sorry. It's like, you blink, 8 Meepo comes in, and they did. But no, it looks like Noble is going to still stay around and waste 10 more minutes our lives. No problem. And I'm sure Silver Cross gonna come back with another Mystic Staff. How much gold he's got in the bank? He's 400 gold away. And look at that beer. MP, a swap goes in the Syllabare right now. And here we go. Shaker gets initiated upon by the Meepo. How often do you see anything like that right now? We want the support clearing out the Syllabare. And we have finally the Meepo dying. Does he have the Aegis? I think no, he doesn't actually. But he's going to run out there just fine. Shackling, stopping everyone there as well. And Silvercross. Got a Silvercross still farming. Okay, come on. Still farming on the top lane. Follow the Meepo. Follow the Meepo, guys. But these guys are pretty low. I don't think he can come in. Furion trying to backstab something? Or is he just... No, he can't. He can't be. He is. What is he doing? Alright, this is... Oh, he's doing some Oh, shoot. Oh, never mind. Just kidding. Slayer's got shit. It's fine. No? What is this TP? Who is he looking for? He's looking for someone. He's in Viz right now. Okay. This is one long journey. One long journey as we see another Mystic Staff purchased on Silvercross. He's like MP. No prob. Oh, this is like the most awkward chase I've ever witnessed, because like nothing's happening. The suspense is huge. Oh, this crow! Sacred Relic drops! Oh my god. No, I'm just kidding. If a Mystic Staff dropped there, that would have been pretty good. But nope. It's fine. 3,000 mana. 200. What is that? 220. 236. A fuck ton of intelligence. So he's fine. Another Aegis being claimed by the Meepo. Who do I watch? Do I watch Silvercross decimate with his own, or do I watch the Meepo? Come on, you guys know Blink Meepo. There's a Hex, 1 hit. Oh, okay. Oh, damn! Nature, you be scary. You see that? He's just going. Oh man. Oh my god. You guys see this? You guys didn't see it. Let me point it one more time. Oh, what's going on? Meepo comes in. Meepo blink. Oh my god. Every poof. 3 hits from Destroy. Dead. But you guys saw that. Here, you guys didn't see it right now. As we see a swap going on. Prophet dies in 2 hits from Destroy. Finally, that's the GG call. Okay. You guys see this item? Which, in normal circumstance, Silver has like 20 armor. You give him 10 more, 30 armor. Hey, you block so much damage. But you're up against a mother effing Destroyer. Why do you get armor? It doesn't help. In fact, why do you even get armor against this lineup? It doesn't help. They're all nukers. Really. Even the Meepo, like, his proof damage is the thing that you worry about. You get a cloak, man. You get a hood. But it's fine. It's fine. Very well played by MUFC. Meepo, you saw him get so many kills. Well, you didn't see him get so many kills, but it was there, right? Because my camera wasn't on it. And you Silver Cross. Oh, Silver Cross. You're my hero. So, very well played from MUFC. Hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. And as always, Luminous signing off. See you guys.